Hello everybody, welcome to your daily pop of positivity. How is everybody? So I'm very excited. It is Sunday night and I had the best day. I told myself I was going to go out for the majority of the day, go for a beach walk, which I did, and then I was going to go get myself a little treat. I needed a new spring lipstick, and the one major splurge that I do have in my life is I love Chanel lipsticks, and just chatting away and being nice and conversing with the lady, she ended up sticking all these great samples in my bag. When I got home, I had a mascara. I had tons of these packets of, because we were talking about foundation. I was like, oh, do you have a whole slew of different foundations from, matte to whatever? She's like, oh yeah, I'll grab you some. She ended up putting something like 7 or 8 in there, and this great mascara. It was really nice. And I've got to say, they have these. I'll post whatever the lipstick is because it is the perfect color, and it's like it has the best moisturizer and it goes on so smooth, and I love that. And they vary anywhere from 40, I think it was like $44, but it was just so awesome, and it was my one big treat, which I loved. So let's move on to these. I just get excited when I get that like fun spring acquisition because I know like spring is here. And I also have so much gratitude that I can go out and kind of splurge on 1 or 2 things that I really like, where in the day I know I would have been like wet and wilding out, you know what I mean? So you guys, let's talk about illusion, the in-between, and wisdom. And I have been having serious energy with recognizing so many things that I think are true but are simply an illusion, and they're usually pressure based. They're usually, I need to do this, or if I don't do this right now, our ego and our mind and our panic button will always make us think if we do not finish, do, or accomplish something by some kind of precept of time, that some disaster is foreshadowed, that some kind of problem is going to come, and it's simply not true. So every time that you go on your emails or whatever, just ask yourself, is there really any kind of hurry whatsoever with this? That's why I don't go on first thing in the morning to emails or anything that's like business related, where I really have to put in the gray matter and focus down, or where if I know people are going to have a lot of anxiety and I don't want to tap into that quite yet, whatever it is. So much of what we think we have to do or accomplish is an absolute illusion. Also, I have found out through studies, and I believe this is so true, that people have this strange fear of not being liked, not being included, and so much of that is an illusion. But when you think about it, when we first meet people, they're kind of like on the medium scale, right? There's very few people that are so extroverted and warm that are like, you're my new best friend, you're this and that, right? They kind of feel things out. And what we think as a person a lot of the time is, I'm being neglected, or I'm not their cup of tea, or whatever it is. And that is such an illusion. So I know a lot of you guys going out, meeting kindreds and friends that, that's not always going to be this huge dynamic sparks flying everywhere, that it's a slow integration into friendships. And there's just a lot of illusion that takes place in our life that I feel like it's a really good time to recognize and use our intuition. Am I just imagining this? Also, is it a trigger for trauma or something else where we're pulled back into some state of thinking that something is not good, healthy, happy, or content, and it's simply an illusion because our brain is always trying to play tricks on us. A lot of people wake up and they get these massive like jolts of cortisol. It's like that panic button, hurry, get your breakfast, get out the door, whatever, and it's not necessary, but it's such a learned trigger that when we respond to it, we speed up, and it's like panic. This is all recognizing it's not true. We have all the time in the world, all is well, slow everything down. Now, I love the in-between. I love this because I feel like a lot of times, and I'm guilty of this, that, where is like the big, the big happening, the big deal. And it's really the in-between is from going from A to B, and we should be enjoying that journey, the in-between now and whatever future success we're working for. Why aren't we enjoying that time? Why aren't we enjoying leisure time, a great meal, a walk on the beach, calm, good conversations with friends? Because we're always working towards something, right? And since we're always working towards something, we should sure as heck have a good time in the interim while we're doing that, and not just anticipating that one event. Like, it could be anything. I feel like some of the longest stretches of time for young kids is that week build up to Christmas, right? All that anticipation. But then impatient builds up, and they think that life is, you're just in a holding pattern until Christmas. It's simply not true. It's not that big event, gift, or surprise at the end of the rainbow. You know, and people do this. They'll say, oh, well, when I get married, when I have that dream job, when I have that dream house. And this is where it matters, how we're getting there and how we're living our life in between that. And lately this has been really, really helping me beyond anything that I could hope for recently, because whenever I get ahead of myself, all I have to do is slow down and say, in the past, when I've taken these steps, A, B, and C, everything has worked out fine, and I'm able to finish whatever, my work, project, and a little bit of reflection, a little bit of reverence, a little bit of care, and we all have this beautiful intuitive wisdom. You know, if we really slow down and listen to ourselves, this is a good place to be, this is a good semblance of a day, this is, you know, we're doing good for ourselves. Same thing, you know, that we start to notice if we start to feel depleted. Let's apply that physical wisdom with ourselves. Hey, have we hydrated? I ended up reading, it was like this medical journal, and I was really excited. And I've always believed in a lot of the healing capacities in mushrooms. And now they had these mushroom coffees out, and I drink so much coffee. I just love coffee. And I was reading about them, you know, cordyceps, all these wonderful mushroom blends for balance, just a myriad of things. And I was like, I'm gonna order some. So I got the thinking one. I'm gonna post it on IG too, because I was so impressed with this. And I just had a cup, and I'm like, how in the world did they get this to taste so good? It tastes like creamy coffee. It is so, so good. And I found a reasonably priced blend, because like anything else, you can go way skyrocket to you know, designer sort of fancier blends. And I just kind of got a very reasonable one that sounded awesome, and I think it was like $11 on Amazon, and I don't know, maybe it's like 15 different packets in there, but you know, to just try it. And I was so, so impressed. So that sort of thing, because I was knowing that I really relax with a hot cup of coffee and I don't need all that caffeine, and you know, is there a replacement? And then all of a sudden I just quieted my mind, and I thought, oh, I remember seeing an ad for mushroom based coffee, and I was like, boom, two birds, one stone, you know, wonderful healing capacities and great enzymes and wonderful things in these mushrooms. I just love them. I feel like holistically they have a whole spectrum of just greatness about them. That sort of thing. And I feel like a lot of you guys are going to be hitting on that. Solutions to everyday problems with ease. I feel like once we release and we let go and we have a healthy detachment to any dilemma, it solves itself and it just boomerangs back to us. We give it the oxygen and the space that it needs, and then it's relayed to us through spirit, through our own consciousness, through our own calmness, through our own wisdom, and that's going to be taking place, and extraordinarily helpful in that degree too. You know, sometimes we just got to take it easy and let everything slow down and release the pressure. Just take the lid off and let in the air and let in the time and let in the patience, and then we get what we need. So you guys, that is your daily pop, love and light. Thank you so much for watching, all your comments, you guys. I really appreciate it. And thanks for all your great feedback on private reads. You guys are the absolute best. So love and light.